Okay, guys. So a bunch of people from the three different periods have been asking how to get in to do some of the assignments. A couple of you guys have figured it out. Most of you guys have figured it out. I can see that you're working on it or that you turned it in. For those of you who have not figured it out, this is just going to be a little video tutorial showing you how to get in to work on the WebQuest or a sheet or something like that. We're going to use the legislative branch WebQuest as the example. I have signed in on the student side, so this is what it looks like when you guys look at it, or at least it should look kind of like this. So if you're trying to work on the legislative branch WebQuest, you would click on the button, or whatever, and it would drop down kind of like this. To see the assignment, you would click View Assignment. Once you've clicked that, eventually, when your internet works, it will load up. My internet's really slow, so it's going to take a couple minutes. But it will load up, there we go, where you can see this little box, and it should give you an example. When you click on it, it will open up into its own document. It should be a Google Word document. As you can see, you can click on it. So, for example, Speaker of the House, I could type, something there, hello. These links are not active, so you can't just click on them. You have to copy paste. On some computers, it will do this, where if you click like on it, it will drop down like this, where you can then open it. That's just because that's how I have it set up on my computer. Some computers do that automatically. Most of you guys will just have to, highlight it and then just click copy, and then come up here and just paste it into a new document. And again, my internet's really slow, so it'll take a minute to come up. But once it does come up, which it eventually will, we'll come back to that in a second, you'll then use that information to answer some questions here. It's a very simple web quest. Basically, you're just going to use these different websites to answer these different questions. So the first one, for example, is Speaker of the House. So it's asking you who is the Speaker of the House. So you'll go back to that website. Lovely thing about coronavirus. You'll go up to the website, and you're looking at the leadership. So the Speaker of the House is obviously someone in charge of that part of the government. So here you go, you click on leadership. You'll have to figure it out as you go. You'll just have to look around through these different files and find what you need. But here is obviously the Speaker of the House. That is her name, Nancy Pelosi. And you can either type that in. I don't want you guys copy pasting everything, but something like that. I mean, obviously you can just copy paste that, Nancy Pelosi. Try to keep it neat looking, and then obviously just go back. The role is their job. So this is what you'll read through right here, this just little section right here, and see, okay, the role of the leader of the majority party in the House. This is what they do. This is their job description. And then, so you'll just kind of type that in there. So you could put something as simple as in charge of the House of Representatives, elected by the majority party. So the largest party in the House gets to pick that person. Right now it's the Democrats, and so they pick Nancy Pelosi. You can add a little bit more in there if you want. That just gets the basic idea. As you scroll down, eventually you'll switch over. So down here you'll have the Senate. So you'll have to come back up here and use the Senate website, because remember, the House and the Senate are separate. It does help a little bit if you guys go through the PowerPoints I'm uploading. I've already uploaded at least one. By the time you see this video, by Saturday, I will have uploaded the second legislative PowerPoint. I think I'm just going to do 1 or 2 a week, so I'll go ahead and upload the executive branch for next week as well, and then we'll kind of just go from there. I'll do 2 for that, I think, because 4 or 5 is just too many, and it takes too long, and it's just too much to upload, and my sister's getting a little annoyed with me bumming her Wi-Fi. But that's the basic layout. It does save as you go, so it says right here, all changes saved in Drive. So it saves as you go. You don't need to save it when you're done with it. Just make sure it has said that it has saved. So obviously if I type something else here, like hello, you see it says it's saving, and now it says it has saved. So that is when you could just click exit and exit out of it. When you are done, you need to come over here and click this button that says turn in. You would just click it, and it would let you turn it in. Once it's turned in, it flags it for me so I can see that you're done with it. If you don't turn it in, I can still see it, but I don't know that you're done with it, and so I don't know to go in there and look at it. So then you would obviously click, once you're done with it, you'll just click turn in here, or you'll just click turn in over here, whatever you want, it's easier. Once it is turned in, you can pull it back out and keep working on it if you messed up something up or you need to go back and fix something, but you do not need to turn it in every time you work on it. It saves by itself. So I can cancel that, say I don't want to turn it in anymore, go back to this, and you can see I said, okay, hello, government class. Oops. So obviously it is still here, say Representative Nancy Pelosi, that's what we typed in. So if I exit out of this and go back to my class here, I can go back to classwork. Here's the document. If I open it up again, just like I did the first time, again, my internet's really slow. I'm sorry. I'm at the farm, and we don't have cable or anything. I'm using my cell phone internet, so it's great. But once it does open back up, it will be right back where it was. Do not switch the format. See, there it is. That's what we had in earlier, so there you go. See, it's all back. Do not switch the format. Some of you guys are downloading it and then working on it and then re-uploading it. If you want to do that, that's fine. If you do not know how to do that, then please do not do that. A couple of you guys have emailed me saying, hey, I downloaded it, but now I can't, it's gone and now I can't figure it out. Just work on it in Google Classroom. Just open it just like I did here. Type on it, blah, blah, blah. And then when you're done with it, you can either just exit out and come back to it later, or you can just click turn in and then it's over with. So it's very simple, very easy. If you're doing it on your cell phone, it will look a little bit different, but all the basic tools should still be there. It's just, it might look a little different. If you have any questions, guys, just make sure you email me. My school email is the best way to get a hold of me. Obviously, if you post something in Google Classroom, eventually I will see it, but again, it does not tell me everything. It doesn't give me all the updates because that's just not how it works. If you have any other questions, just let me know. Please do not erase anything from the web quest. So don't just go in there and just completely change, something or rearrange it or whatever. Just go in there and do it in the order it's supposed to be in. If you want to make it a little bit easier, something that I do sometimes is I change the font. So if that's the question, I'll change the font for my answer. So that way I can see where I put an answer and it's different than everything else. That's up to you guys, though. Do the best you can. I don't know how long we're going to be doing this. I mean, at least a few weeks. Right now, what I'm hearing is that we might be out until right before spring break. A couple of emails I've seen have also said that we might be out until after spring break, that they'll go ahead and let us do spring break and then come back. So right now we're looking at probably another, maybe 3 weeks or so. I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure, but I'll let you guys know if I do hear anything. So at least for the time being, make sure you guys are working on this. Again, please text people in the class. Make sure everybody is on Google Classroom. If they have a problem getting in, please let me know and I can try to talk them through it. It should be a little bit easier now since the school has unblocked it, but I don't know. If you have any other questions, guys, let me know and I will get back to you about it. Other than that, have a great day. I will see you guys at some point in the future, and don't do anything stupid.